here Miss Diana in Malaysia Business News. In today's top story, employee retention has become a critical challenge in Malaysian financial industry, which comprises over 168,000 employees and contributes significantly to the nation's economic growth. So, despite the industry resilience and digital transformation, high turnover, especially among Gen Z and millennials, making financial industry are struggling to maintain their edge.
As shown here, the voluntary turnover rate has steadily increased, peaking at 18.5% in 2023. This turnover particularly alarming as the 23% new employees leave within the first 6 months. To better understand how this statistic translates to lived experiences, our team visited several financial institutions to hear from both employees and employers. Here's what they had to say.
Thank you, studio. I'm Diana, standing outside at one of the Malaysia's leading banks in Kuala Lumpur, where the issues of employees' retention is making wave. Let's hear directly from the impacted employees and employers directly. Joining me now, Ms. Nazia, Human Resource Director of Islamic Bank. Ms. Nazia, thank you for your time. Ms. Nazia, from an organizational view, what are some of the positive impact for having high employees' retention?
That's a great question, Diana. One major benefit is the reduction of recruitment and training costs, because hiring new employees is actually quite expensive. For example, we have to spend on advertising fees by posting jobs openings on various platforms. For training costs, we also have to spend on trainer fees, which is payments to external trainers, or salaries for internal trainers. So I think employee retention could minimize the frequent recruitment and reduce the expenses.
How about day-to-day? How does it impact performance?
I think retention can significantly boost the employees' performance and productivity. This is because new employees actually takes time to learn about each of their tasks and become fully productive. So by working with experienced employees, the task could be done without any error, and it will save more time, since the task could be easily done in a short amount of time. And this is because they have already used the workload that they usually do. And I think this will keep the operation smooth and efficient in the company.
Are there any downside of a high retention that company be cautious about?
Yes, I think there are some risks. One is that it may reduce innovation or new ideas. For example, if we only have the same people within the same perspective, there will be lack of fresh perspective that we actually need in order to adapt to new technology and market shifts. So we need something new that can break the standard achievement in the company, so it doesn't lead to stagnation.
Thank you, Ms. Naziha. Now we are here with Miss Elisa, one of the impacted employees. Thank you for joining us today. Can you share a bit what it's been like working in your company lately with so many people leaving?
Honestly, it's been a roller coaster. On one hand, I've been given more responsibility, which helped me grow faster than I expected. When others left, I had to step in, and that opened doors for me to take on bigger roles.
Wow, that sounds like a good opportunity. But does it affect or help with your recognition or reward?
A little, yes. I've noticed management is more open to hearing us out, probably because they don't want to lose more people. I was able to ask a small pay bump and flexible hours, and surprisingly, they said yes.
Wow, that's good to hear. But I imagine that it's not about positive. Has it been tough in other ways?
Definitely, when people leave, their tasks don't just go away. They get handed to those of us who stay. The workload can be overwhelming, and some days I feel completely burnt out.
That must be stressful. But that must be stressful. But what about the team atmosphere? That has changed?
Yeah, a lot. It used to feel like a close team, but now every few weeks someone else is gone. It makes the place feel unstable. It's hard to stay motivated when you are constantly wondering who is leaving next, or if you should leave too.
Thank you, Miss Elisa. Now we are here with Miss Vakia, HR Manager of Maybank Berhad. So Miss Vakia, what happened if company choose not to address this turnover issue?
Thank you, Miss Diana. The impact is serious. First, there is the loss of experienced talent, especially older staff who might retire early due to the digital transformation. Then there are the financial costs of constant hiring and training. It drains resources and slow productivity.
So does this affect your customer experiences?
Yes, very much so. When employees keep changing customer, lost interest, they want consistency and strong relationship, especially in banking and finance. High turnover weaken that connection.
So does this high turnover is a long-term effect?
Of course, a company with high turnover may develop a bad reputation. It gets harder to attract new talent, and over time, the company may lose its competitive edge in the market.
So, thank you, Ms. Vakia. Clearly, this is not just about HR issue, but it's a business survival issue. It has become a serious challenge in financial industry. But the question remains, what are the real solutions for this problem? So, we are now with Ms. Fatin as industry expert. So, Ms. Fatin, what are the key solutions for this high retention turnover of employees?
So, first and foremost, we conduct regular market salary survey to benchmark our compensation package. This helps us stay competitive, adjust for inflation, and ensure our staff feel financially valued. Besides, we also implement reasonable annual increment and link salary growth to performance and promotion. In another hand, career commitment starts with clear growth path, supportive supervision, and meaningful roles. We recognize and reward loyalty, and we continuously check in to ensure employees feel their careers are progressing in the right direction.
Alright, thank you, Ms. Fatin. We are back to studio. In the end, retaining employee isn't just about offering good salaries. It's about creating a workplace where people feel valued, supported, and motivated to stay. When companies invest their people, they don't just reduce turnover. They build trust, loyalty, long-term success. Let's remember, happy employees stay, and when they do, everyone wins. See you again in the Malaysian Business News.